Hi, I'm Warped Wise Woman, and this is some wisdom that is highly awarded. Like, for instance, that is wow. Sorry, I like listening to music. Um, yeah, so here we go for another show. I had a subject to talk about earlier, but I done went and forgot it. I've talked a lot about depression. Um, Mainly because I've been diagnosed with major depressive disorder, and I believe I'm antisocial. Uh, I'm such an introvert. If I could just be in my home all the time, I would. Um, I'm a hermit by nature. It's not that the world it scares me or anything. I'm gonna take these off. That's reflecting too much. I might not be able to see, but it's like whatever. Uh, so yeah, I have a lot of mental disorders, mainly due to a tragic life. I I remember being a kid. I think that's what I was going to talk about too. Um, you ever, most of the parents out there, I'm sure you've looked at your kids and I wonder what they're thinking. You know what they're thinking. They're thinking the same thing you thought at that same age. Um, I don't know why a lot of people can't remember when they were really little. A lot of people say that, their brains are just too underdeveloped, maybe. I don't know. I remember. I remember things even when I was a baby in diapers. I remember being mad because I had to stay in a playpen at the park while my brother and sister went to go play on the playground. Because she was like 7 and he was like 9. Um, but it was a Boilermaker picnic for my papa. Did I know that that was what it was at the time? I don't. I don't recall that I did. I just know we went to a park with a bunch of people. Um, at that time, there was a band. It was David Dover, and he had a band, and they played. But my papa was a Boilermaker. Uh, that's a union. I think maybe a metal workers union because he was a draftsman. He drafted out the diagrams for things that they made. Um, I don't really know much about drafting. I mean, uh, I took a class when I was in school, um, high school. But yeah, it wasn't my thing. I really miss my papa. He was a hoot. He was a good man, a really good man. Gosh, he was born like 1913, 1914. He's been gone since 96, 95, 96. I think he was 96. It was a hard loss. My papa was like my dad. My mom was a single mom. I have a different dad than my two older siblings, but she divorced him when I was 10 months old. So I don't really remember my dad being there. I mean, that young of age, I pretty much slept a lot. I'm pretty sure babies sleep a lot. Um, there are little things that I remember, and I could go on all day about the little things like standing in my crib, um, seeing Tulsa for the first time, going a different way to Tulsa for the first time. It was so new and so amazing and so big. Everything was so big. I remember a slide. Reached the sky. Oh my God. It reached the sky, y'all. Dads could reach it, but it was just high. Went back to that same part as a teenager. It went up to like mid chest. Wasn't no big slide. But to a 3-year-old, it was a huge slide. You know what I mean? It was to the sky. I've climbed some way higher ladders since then. Um, so anyway, the point I was making is I had the same brain I had as a kid, and I've always used it the same. Uh, I've always had the same thinking process. Not much has changed. Uh, I've added a lot more knowledge, of course. Uh, I can even remember dreams I had from that early of an age. So don't underestimate these kids out here. I can't have kids. So you're probably like, do you have kids? Do you even know what it's like? I know what being a kid is like. It's rough. It's easy, but it's rough because sometimes you feel like an idiot because you didn't know. You never knew. You know, you've never been taught something. Puberty itself, that's horrible. Oh my gosh. But kids are just tiny adults, really. I don't think I think any different than when I was a kid or a baby. I just think I know more. It's like I started with an empty glass and now it's like pretty full. But it could always hold more because I'm 40, so I got more years to add, you know. I started college a couple of years ago. Um, so that's adding even more knowledge. Every time I interact with somebody, it's more knowledge. Everything is just more, but it's the same. And I think that everybody, if they could meditate, then they could possibly remember. They just have to dig. I mean, in my mind, it's like I might not remember something until I think upon it, and then when I think upon it for a while, I remember. And when I remember one thing, then another memory pops into my mind, and it's like, oh yeah, I remember that too. Oh yeah, then that happened then. Oh my God, that happened then. Uh, it's funny because I remember more from my childhood than I do from my 20s. I was in a movie. It's called Lay Down Tracks by two girls, Bridget and Danielle. Pretty cool young ladies. They were going to college at the right age for filmography. So that was a neat experience. Truck driving was a neat experience. I've got the worst relationship history. I mean, So I left my husband because he wouldn't stop cheating on me. We haven't got a divorce yet because by golly, I paid for everything. He can pay for the divorce. And I never cheated on him at all. But somehow I wound up with his best friend, which everybody thinks it was a planned thing, but it really wasn't a planned thing. It just happened. I don't know how it happened, it just happened. This is where I think I should have been on a Jerry Springer show. So, my ex-husband, or a long time separated, like 13 years separated, he had a couple kids from his first marriage that he thought was his, a boy and a girl, but they might not have. Well, he's back with his first wife. I don't know where the boy is, but my ex got with the daughter. Not the father, not the husband, but my ex-boyfriend, his best friend, got with the daughter after he got with me. I have some bad choices in relationships. It's just horrible. Hold on a minute. Alright, wow, I actually did do that. Just pause and get up, go do something else, and come back. That's one way to edit it, huh? Well, yeah. I'm gonna be stopping this soon. I know I've said that for quite a few videos, but it's hard. I started smoking when I was 10. According to my best friend, I didn't inhale until I was 11. Now there's a long relationship. That was a good one. We've been best friends since kindergarten. We have our highs and we have our lows, but we've always been there. I'm pretty sure we'll always be there, one way or another, even when we have our times apart. It's a 35-year relationship. Yeah. She's my Lilas. Love you like a sister. Not gonna mention any names. She knows who she is. See, I keep putting them out. I'll take a few hits and I'll put them out. So I can't go cold turkey. I'm such a stoner. So yeah, relationships, I'm pretty much done with those. I can't have kids, so... But man, if I could have a kid, that kid would be a freaking genius. I mean, just saying. I'd be teaching him from like the moment it popped out. Teaching it all kinds of things. That's pretty much what you gotta do if you want your kid to be ahead. I mean, don't just start them all of a sudden the cold blue. You gotta always do it so it's always a pattern and always a routine. You gotta keep on them. If you don't, then they won't, because they're kids. They're lazy. I was lazy. I didn't want to do anything. If I didn't have to, I didn't. Yep. If you ever wonder why I smoke my medical marijuana on here and have such weird, wise wisdom, I want to prove a point that just because you're a pothead don't mean you have to be a dummy. I guess a pothead. what you'd call that. I mean, some people are stupid on it, but some people actually need it. See, your real name is cannabis. It has cannabinoids in it. Interesting fact, we have an endocannabinoid system in our brain that gives our body naturally the same cannabinoids that are in marijuana. Now, what your endocannabinoid system does is it regulates things like mood, pain, appetite, memory, can't remember what else, but it does a lot of that stuff. Well, other than having an excellent memory already, my mood's always out of whack, and without adding extra, I have no appetite, which is crazy because I'm fat. I think it's just because I'm lazy. I'm gonna be working on that too. Just takes dedication. You just gotta keep pushing forward, stride forward. 1221, stride forward. It's an angel number. It's numbers that just pop up all the time around you, like you see the same number. Well, 1221 means to stride forward and that you'll have success on your path. Just keep doing it, keep persevering. Some words are hard for me to say, so I'm glad I actually said that one on the first try. Wow. You couldn't see that, but I see right through that. Just gotta make sure the hose is clear so you can actually get a hit. Oh, I love this song. I don't want to be an American idiot. Green Day. I love music. I don't know if I said that yet, but I love music. You know, when you spell music, or when you say it, it's music. Music. And I think that some songs, especially those that people really feel, give them shivers and they like really relate to that song. I think that's, inspired, by an unseen force. And I just think it's beautiful. There's just some songs that just are beautiful or realistic, It's like, dude, that's so true. That's the way I see it. Anyway, this has almost been a 20-minute video. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it. But don't forget to like and subscribe if you would, and leave a comment. Say whatever you want. Remember, this is Warped Wise Woman, and my wisdom might be warped or weird, but it's better than nothing. Y'all have a great day. Happy New Year. See you later. Where's that stop button?